Yuan Bingyan's most memorable significant champion show was reported, and the second au pair Cheng Yi featured in it, and the setting isn't mediocre compared to Liu Li. Talking about the new Xiaohua lately, she is notable to the crowd with Old Nine Doors and Evernight, and Yuan Bingyan, who has become well known all around the web with Liu Li, should be on the rundown. In addition to the fact that she is superb apparently, acting abilities, and ubiquity, however she is likewise very special in her general control of the play and the understanding and forming of characters. Yuan Bingyan's most memorable significant female lead show was reported, and the second au pair Cheng Yi featured in it, and the setting isn't mediocre compared to Liu Li. In 2021, Yuan Bingyan entered the film and media business with her most memorable work Ip Man, and afterward progressively featured in Beginning to Bliss, School Young Lady Dressed in White and Long Legs, Legend of the Last Ruler, Love Loft 4, Cheerful Season, Flying Blade Sees Flying Blade and numerous different works. In 2016, Yuan Bingyan steadily became known to the crowd since she featured in Old Nine Doors with William Chan, Zhao Liang and Zhang Yixing. Combined with the two significant shows Standing by Listening to the Snow Pinnacle and Zhang Yi that were communicated in 2018, everybody will totally recollect this name. Notwithstanding, to say that what truly made Yuan Bingyan famous is the Liu Li featuring Cheng Yi in 2020. Due to the ubiquity of the show, Cheng Yi and Yuan Bingyan, who featured in the show, became famous in the play. Despite the fact that they were not straightforwardly elevated to the principal line, they additionally acquired significant prevalence. Later Liu Li, Yuan Bingyan encountered a time of despondency, however at that point the assets of film and TV shows expanded, and she progressively featured in Thunder Request, Meeting You Again in The Falling Blossoms, Youth Proceeds, Wish Qing Hao and numerous different works. This year, on account of the fame of Yuan Bingyan acquired fans with the job of Liu Ling. Albeit the expense issue of the studio broke out later, it was not obstructed. As such, this matter didn't include me. Generally the declaration would have been made some time in the past. Right when everybody didn't have the foggiest idea why, another piece of information a couple of days prior invigorated the crowd's discernment. An outfit show called Two Feelings was sent off, and Yuan Bingyan was one of the main up-and-comers. At the end of the day, she needs the arrival of the Lord. Furthermore, this Two Feelings additionally declared the possibility for the male lead, who is Cheng Yi, who is the equivalent featuring job as Liu Li with Yuan Bingyan, and the two of them became famous on account of this show. Everybody should be exceptionally acquainted with the entertainer Cheng Yi. Cheng Yi made his presentation in 2011 and has acted in something like 20 outfit shows, for example, Qing Yun Zhi, Liu Li, Yu Zhenzhen, Agar Would Like Chips, Agar Would Changhua, and so on dramatization fulfillments. Besides, the crowd had been anticipating his gathering with Yuan Bingyan, and now that news broke, they were loaded with assumptions. As of now, the send-off of this Two Feelings has been reported, and Cheng Yi and Yuan Bingyan, who are the main entertainers, have likewise been declared. The rough hour of kickoff of the show is set for the late winter of the following year, and I accept there will be a more precise and explicit authority declaration soon. Assuming that you like it, if it's not too much trouble, keep on focusing. 02. Cheng Yi's new show has another champion? It is reputed on the web that it is Zhu Jinggai, and Li Ying is associated with being caught. As of now, numerous television shows will have a warm-up process before the authority set up declaration, and will deliver a ton of information on the web. From one viewpoint, it is to test the demeanor of netizens towards the conditional setup. A somewhat tall entertainer can carry a specific measure of intensity to the actual work and draw in additional consideration from netizens. No matter what the justification for this sort of preheating on the web news, it will for sure carry specific advantages to the work, yet in the event that the news is delivered regularly and exorbitantly, it will have a bad introduction on netizens after some time. As of late, it has been accounted for that the book legends will likewise be shot, and the writer of this clever will likewise act as one of the screenwriters. These days, there are increasingly few unique contents. The vast majority of the works depend on books or past works' redo of the work of art. Toward the start, everybody was exceptionally impervious to these revamps, in light of the fact that in the personalities of many book fans, there are such a large number of exemplary names, and the scenes can't be re-established. Nonetheless, there have to be sure been many changes of certain works that have been somewhat fruitful in the beyond 2 years. As of now, there is likewise a ton of information about the setup of this show. As of late, it has been accounted for that Zhu Jinggai and Cheng Yi will co-star in this show. This is a somewhat new setup. albeit the two have shot many works throughout the long term, however it was referenced together interestingly. Before Zhu Jinggai, this show had spread numerous female specialists on the web. In the relatively recent past, there was news that Li Yiden will be the champion of this show, and Chen Yuki will be the female number 4 of this dramatization. As a result of Chen Yuki's job issue, it additionally set off a warmed conversation among netizens. Before Li Yiden caused warmed conversations in view of the issue of the new show, however a large portion of the netizens upheld Li Yiden. Counting numerous passers-by who stand in accordance with Li Yiden, it can likewise be seen from this occurrence that her prevalence with passers-by is great, on the grounds that despite the fact that her ubiquity has not been high for a long time, she has forever been exceptionally relaxed, and she won't purposely publicity or market herself. Notwithstanding Li Yiden, Yuan Bingyan has additionally been circled on the web. However, as a matter of fact, the chance of Yuan Bingyan isn't exceptionally high. A portion of her past ways of behaving may cause serious adverse consequences. Toward the start, everybody was concerned that a significant number of her works would be eliminated from the racks. Including a portion of her impending shows, have not had the option to meet here for quite a while. Hence, it is improbable that Yuan Bingyan and Cheng Yi will coordinate again this time. Cheng Yi is at present on the ascent in his profession, and it is assessed that the organization won't face challenges without any problem. The two had cooperated on Liu Li previously. After the show was communicated, the verbal exchange and evaluations were generally excellent, and it was unequivocally a result of the transmission that the ubiquity of the two became ever more elevated. Since before Zhu Jinggai, the entertainer on the web was Li Yiden, so some netizens contemplated whether Li Yiden was captured. Zhu Jinggai was an icon and had a specific notoriety prior to entering the showbiz, and Li Yiden has forever been entertainers. The energy of the two is likewise similar. Zhu Jinggai was hacked hopelessly when she previously appeared, and there might in any case be numerous netizens who have a terrible impression of her, and her acting abilities have consistently required to have been gotten to the next level. Li Yiden's popularity is quite good, but he has never been popular. Many netizens feel that she seems to have an explosion-proof physique. Cheng Yi has been quite popular these days. If he can play this show, he can also carry it. Let the drama go on. 03. The Wind Blows. Penelope Zhao Liang was ridiculed for being greasy and fat. Service role deserves praise. The TV series Wind-Blowing Penelope starring Zhao Liang and Huo Hao has shown an upward trend in broadcast data since its broadcast, and the market share of Lighthouse data shows that it ranks first. Audiences who are used to watching Zhao Liang's idol dramas may not be able to accept Zhao Liang's appearance in this drama. Su Bangxia, with a round face, wearing clothes popular in the 90s, has the attributes of a social gal. Except for the simplicity of picking up junk in the early stage, and later starting to do business, the whole person has the temperament of an upstart. Of course, this is based on the current aesthetics. If it was the environment back then, Zhao Liang's outfits were quite fashionable. Given that Zhao Liang did gain weight in the play, some netizens ridiculed. Greasy probably refers to the ancient costumes in the play, big waves plus red lips plus capable. Fat is indeed real, and my face is rounder than before. In this play, Zhao Liang gained more than 10 kgs after eating, and what she ate was real food, without fake props, let alone fake food. It is not only to respect the audience, but also to respect the setting of the character itself. Because Su Bangxia is a fat man in the original book, not very good looking, and a little fat, she is a very inconspicuous woman. So, on the show, her co-stars always say she's fat. However, even if Zhao Liang has gained more than 10 kgs, she doesn't look like a fat person on the outside. It can only be said that she is a little fatter than before. And it looks very vivid and vivid, with a more layered sense than the character here happiness. If you really look for a role according to the original work, you may need a character like Jialing. In fact, most of us are not so harsh on actors. Only a small number of people will ridicule, because we are used to Zhao Liang playing the roles of those beautiful fairies, and we cannot accept the appearance of female entrepreneurs. After receiving the first batch of scrap steel, Su Bangxia's ambitions gradually grew. Before things started, she first borrowed money from everywhere to build the yard. As a result, she was defrauded of the deposit for collecting scrap steel in Russia, and everything came to naught. But she was determined not to admit defeat. Other businessmen have returned to China, and she insisted on staying to find new purchase channels. During this time, Su Bangxia was at a loss and fainted from exhaustion. Unexpectedly, after bringing a batch of scrap steel back to China, his troubles will be even greater. The price of steel plummeted, wages could not be paid, the village wanted to take back the storage yard, and he was sued. Even his biological father came to collect debts. Even if you are a fat person, losing weight will be tortured by these difficulties. It is not easy to play this role well. There are several highlight clips in the play, which shows that Zhao Liying's acting skills have exploded. Interpersonal relationship. People with social phobia may be particularly afraid of this kind of scenario. Su Bangsha needed to make more colleagues at the beginning of his business, so he could only take the initiative to give gifts to shorten the distance. Everyone laughed so that all 8 teeth and double chins came out. Seizing every opportunity to flatter her at the dinner table, regardless of the other party's attitude of looking down on her, she has a thick skin. This is the true portrayal of novices when they first enter the business field. Su Bangsha has a college degree, is young, and is the only woman in the circle, so she deliberately dressed herself up like a nouveau riche, with heavy makeup and a mature look. He didn't talk much, and he wanted to break into this business district with a generally low culture. The greasy feeling mentioned by the audience probably comes from this. But it's serving the character, and I don't think there's anything wrong with it. Narrow escape. Su Bangsha brought back a large amount of scrap steel from the Black Sea, but it coincided with the drop in domestic purchase prices. A series of pressure ensued. Debt collectors crowded the courtyard reception room. Zhao Lei, who fought side by side with him, was also demoted by the company. These great difficulties almost overwhelmed her. If she doesn't stand up again, her debt will be difficult to pay off in a few lifetimes. We are still days away from bankruptcy liquidation. When Zhao Lei heard the news of the steel price increase, he hurried downstairs to Su Bangsha's house and shouted, "Turn on the TV." Seeing the good news, Su Bangsha wept with joy, pushed open the door and rushed towards Zhao Lei, jumped up, crying and laughing at the same time. This kind of smile is different from the smile in the business field. It is the kind of happiness and comfort that is completely released from the pressure. It was the cry of near-death cheers. The audience in front of the screen couldn't help laughing smugly when they saw this scene, and laughed along with her. Summarize. In fact, audiences who have been following dramas can also feel the change of Su Bangsha's temperament. From the pretentious maturity in the early stage of entrepreneurship to the elegance and calmness in the later stage, Zhao Liying not only changed in her clothes, but also gradually changed her demeanor. If the previous self-confidence was to swell the face to make a fat man, then the later self-confidence is the courage exuded from the inside out, which is worth admiring. All good dramas are worth scrutinizing. Zhao Liying looks fat and oily. That is in the service of character and should not be the focus of ridicule. As long as his acting skills are not greasy, he is a good actor.